Did you hear about the community college?
No, what about it?
It's offering summer courses.
I'm too old to go back to school.
Those kind of courses are not the ones I'm talking about.
What are you so excited for then?
They're offering music lessons.
That sounds interesting. What kind?
They teach almost every instrument there is.
Wow, I've always wanted to play the guitar.
Do you really think you can with such fat fingers?
I'll just use a very large guitar. My computer won't turn on.
Did you charge the battery?
Yes, I charged it all night.
Have you dropped it recently?
No, I've never dropped it.
Maybe it has a virus.
You mean maybe it's sick?
No, you may have downloaded spyware.
Do you think I need a new computer?
Probably, and some spyware protection too.
I bet it was the government spying on me.
I really doubt you're worth spying on. This is the hottest summer ever.
I bet you could fry an egg on the sidewalk.
There has to be some way to cool off.
Let's go to the mall. It's air-conditioned.
I bet the whole city will be there.
Then let's watch TV at our house.
That sounds boring. There's nothing good on TV.
What do you want to do then?
Let's go to the pool to swim.
I think I'll pass.
Why don't you want to go?
If the sidewalk can fry an egg, the water will boil us. David did not come to work again today.
He must be very sick to be absent the whole week.
My sister made him some soup yesterday.
Soup is very good for sick people to eat.
Apparently, it wasn't good enough.
What else does one do for a sick person?
I'm going to send him a get well card.
That is very nice of you.
Maybe I'll get the whole office to sign it.
Good idea, but I suggest you mail it to him.
Why can't I take it to him?
If you catch his cold, it will mean more work for us.
My house is much too stuffy nowadays.
It's the hot weather.
I bought an air conditioner, but it doesn't help at night.
I heard it's bad to leave it on at night.
Why can't I leave it on at night?
It causes you to catch cold.
I bought a fan, but it makes too much noise.
Why don't you install a ceiling fan?
Are they quiet?
Yes, and inexpensive too.
Is it easy to install?
Yes, if they weren't, they'd fall on people all the time. Did you feel the earthquake last night?
Yes, the whole house was shaking.
I was afraid the windows would shatter.
A lot of my collectibles fell off their shelves.
Did they break?
Unfortunately, some of them can be fixed though.
My cat was outside when the earthquake started.
Oh no, that's terrible. Is she okay?
She's fine. Animals have good natural instincts.
I wish people could predict earthquakes too.
I think it would just make people panic more easily.
You're right. Maybe it's best to leave it to the cats.
Are you wearing those shoes with your suit?
Yes. Is there something wrong with that?
Well, they are very dirty and scuffed up.
They're the only ones I have.
Your shoes are fine, but you should shine them.
Do I have to?
It would make a good impression.
How does being shiny make a good impression?
Your employer will think you're very neat.
Is that important?
A neat person is more likely to be hired.
Unless they're late for work from shining their shoes. Do you have a chainsaw?
Yes, but why do you need it?
I want to cut down the tree in my yard.
What's wrong with it? It's a beautiful tree.
It drops too many leaves.
There are squirrels in that tree.
The roots messed up my water system.
The neighborhood children love climbing it.
Birds land on it and poop on my car.
People love the romantic and cooling shade it gives.
I suppose the tree does have some good points.
If you see the good, the bad won't seem so bad.
You didn't answer your phone last night.
The phone company cut my wireless.
Why? Did you pay your phone bill?
I refused to pay the last one.
Why didn't you want to pay it?
It was much too high.
Did you make many long-distance calls?
I thought it was free to call others' cell phones.
Only if they're from the same provider.
Oops, that was my fault.
You'd better call the company and apologize for this mess.
Can I use your phone? Mine is still dead.
Did you watch that show on TV last night?
Do you mean the one about the zombies?
Yes. Isn't it a great show?
I didn't watch the whole episode.
Why not? Didn't you like it?
I did, but my son didn't.
He is too young to be watching that show.
I know. I didn't mean to let him watch it.
How did he see it then?
He snuck into the living room after his bedtime.
Children are so crafty in getting what they want.
Tell me about it. My son is like James Bond.
It's been very sunny lately, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Some rain would be very nice.
I don't think it will rain for quite some time.
Maybe we can do a rain dance and summon rain.
Do you really believe in that?
No, but who knows? Maybe it does work.
I don't see how dancing around would bring rain.
Well, it would be pretty funny looking.
The rain gods would laugh at us.
Maybe they'll laugh so hard they'll cry.
I don't think I want tears as rain.
Me neither. I suddenly don't mind the sunny weather. Can I have your phone number?
What do you want it for?
I got a new phone and all my contacts were deleted.
You never called me anyway.
What if there's an emergency?
You won't need me in an emergency.
Why don't you want to give me your number?
I don't like giving my phone number to people.
All right. Can I have your email address?
Quit trying to stalk me.
I was only trying to be friendly.
Well, stop trying. You're not getting my email either. Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have 2 fishes.
That's it? Why don't you get more pets?
I'm allergic to fur.
That's terrible. I love cats and dogs.
Do you own any?
I have 2 cats and 3 dogs.
Wow, that's a lot of animals.
I know, but I love them so much.
I wish I could own a cat someday.
You're not happy with your fishes?
Not really. I can't even pet them.
Maybe you could get a snake.
I'm not that desperate.
Let's plan a vacation.
Yes, I want to go somewhere warm.
I was thinking of going somewhere cold and fresh.
But I want to spend time on beaches.
We always go to beaches.
That's because they are always fun.
Let's try something different.
Where do you want to go?
We could visit Alaska.
But I don't even like the cold.
Come on, the views look beautiful.
Fine, but I get to plan our vacation next time. Have you ever flown on an airplane?
Yes, I've flown in planes many times.
Were you scared?
The first time I was a little bit scared.
But it went away after that?
Yes, after the first takeoff, it was very simple and enjoyable.
I've never gotten on a plane before.
You have never flown in planes?
Nope. I'm going to fly for the first time tomorrow.
You'll love it. Don't you have first-class tickets?
No, they're coach tickets.
Just take earplugs in case there are babies on board.
How often do you read books?
I read books almost every night before I go to bed.
What's your favorite type of book?
I love reading about different cultures.
What can you learn from books?
Books can broaden my horizon about thousands of things around the world, and books are also my best friends.
Where do you read books?
I read books at home, sometimes in the library.
What's the most interesting book you've ever read?
I think that would be Nepal, a book written about the country of Nepal, published in 1999.
How long does it take you to finish a book?
Well, it depends on the length of the book, but it usually takes me a week to finish a 300-page book.
Do you usually bring books with you when you travel?
Yes, I do. When I'm at the airport or bus station, I read books to kill time.
Is there any bookstore or library in your area?
Unfortunately, there are none near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away.
How many places have you traveled to?
I visited all the provinces throughout my country.
Who do you usually go with?
I often go with my family, sometimes with my best friends.
What's your favorite tourist attraction?
That would be Venice City in Italy. I love riding the gondola along the canals while watching Italian people live their daily lives.
Have you ever been abroad?
Yes, I have. I came to Italy last year for a business trip.
What language do you use when traveling?
English, but sometimes I have to use body language since not all people are good at English.
What do you usually do during your trip?
I often go sightseeing, take pictures, mingle with the local people, and sample the local cuisine.
What do you do to prepare for your trip?
Before the trip, I search for information about the location, weather, famous tourist attractions, transportation, local cuisine, and prices on the internet.
What do you usually bring when you travel?
I usually pack my suitcase with some necessary items, such as clothes, medicine, food, a map, and a camera.
Do you prefer traveling by car, train, or plane?
I prefer planes, although it can be a little expensive. Planes are much faster than any other mode of transport.
Do you prefer traveling alone or joining a guided tour?
I love backpacking with my friends who share the same interests as me.
How many events have you joined this year? What were they about?
I have joined more than 10 events so far, most of which were about education.
What was your most memorable event?
The most memorable for me was an international study conference in which I was introduced to some famous universities in Europe to study overseas.
Was it organized indoors or outdoors?
It was an indoor event.
Who sponsored the event?
The event organizer was the Education Department of American Center, but the universities introduced in the conference were the ones who paid.
Who went to the event with you?
I went there with my friends, who shared the same interest in studying abroad as me.
What were some performances in the event?
There were not many performances. Each university representative just had a speech to introduce their school to students, and then they hosted Q&A session.
Was the event shown on TV?
The event was not aired, but there were television advertisements for it.
How would someone market an event?
Taking advantage of social media is a smart way to promote an event.
What kind of presents are popular in your country?
It depends on the receivers. For children, toys are the best choice. For youth, souvenirs are recommended.
Who gave presents to you? On what occasions?
I have received many presents, most of which were from my friends. They gave me gifts on my birthday.
What was your last present?
It was a handmade doll given by my best friend when I moved to another city.
What was the one you like best?
I loved my book Nepal a lot. It was given to me on my 23rd birthday by my brother.
Did you ever get a present you didn't like?
Yes, I have, but I still treasure and take care of them.
How do you thank people who give you presents?
I gave them presents that they would like.
What are the times of the year that people give presents in your country?
Some special occasions are birthdays, weddings, graduation, New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, housewarming ceremonies, etc.
Is giving presents important in daily life?
Yes, it is. It's one of the best ways to show your love and gratitude to someone.
What subjects did you learn in school?
I learned math, science, physics, biology, geography, history, literature, English, art, and music.
What subject did you like the most when you were at school? Were you good at it?
I liked biology the most, although I was excellent at literature.
Did your friends like that subject too?
Yes, they did. They enjoyed every single biology lesson.
Was the textbook written in English or any other language?
It was written in English.
Who taught that subject?
My teacher was Miss Karen from the USA.
How was the subject helpful to you?
It helped me a lot in becoming a biology teacher.
How often did you learn that subject?
I often had biology lessons 5 times a week.
How long did you spend on that subject at home?
I spent roughly 2 hours per day studying biology at home.
Have you ever attended any extra classes for that subject?
Yes, I have. I usually attended evening classes.
Is it important to study hard on both social sciences and natural sciences?
No, it isn't. Students should study the ones they like and the ones that are helpful to their career path.
Do you usually watch movies at home or at a movie theater?
I usually watch movies on my laptop. Sometimes I go to the movie theater.
Is watching movies at the theater more interesting than watching movies at home?
Yes, definitely, because you can watch vivid images on a large screen with lively sound effects.
How often do you go to the movie theater?
I often go to the movie theater every weekend.
What's your favorite type of movie? What movie of that type do you like?
My favorite type is comedy because whenever I watch one, I feel like there are no more worries in the world. I love the Mr. Bean movie series.
Was that movie adapted from a book?
No, the story is derived from funny situations in real life.
Who are the actors or actresses in the movie?
Mr. Bean is the main character. He is played by Rowan Atkinson, who is from England.
Was it recommended by your friend, teacher, or family?
It was recommended by my classmate.
Was the movie in your mother language or in English?
It was in English, but I can also watch it with subtitles.
Should children watch violent movies?
I don't believe so. Young children are very impressionable, and it could lead them to wanting to imitate the behavior.
What's the most important factor of a great movie?
I believe that plot and actors are among the factors which decide the success of a movie.
What kind of music do you like?
I'm crazy about pop music.
Is that the kind of music preferred in your country?
It varies. Normally, the youth enjoy rock and pop, while middle-aged citizens prefer country music.
Who is your favorite singer?
I'm a big fan of Miley Cyrus, a talented U.S. singer, songwriter, and actress.
What piece of music do you like? Who sang that song?
My favorite song is Jolene, sung by Miley Cyrus.
How much time a day do you spend listening to music?
I usually listen to music all day with an MP3 player.
Do you feel relaxed listening to music?
Sure, I feel like there are no more worries in the world.
Why is music important to us?
Music has the power of beautifying our life.
Do you usually go to bars or clubs?
Not often. I sometimes go there on weekends.
What do you think about the teenagers' music style?
Teenagers tend to choose loud and fast music, like rock or rap. Everyone has their own taste of music, though.
Have you ever thought of forming a music band?
No, I don't have any talent for music.
Do you like shopping?
Yes, I'm a shopaholic.
What do you usually shop for?
I usually shop for clothes. I'm a big fashion fan.
Where do you go shopping?
At some fashion boutiques in my neighborhood.
Are there many shops in your neighborhood?
Yes, my area is the city center, so I have many choices of where to shop.
Do you spend much money on shopping?
Yes, and I'm usually broke at the end of the month.
Do you usually shop online? What items?
Yes, but not really often. I only buy furniture online.
What's the difference between shopping online and offline?
Unlike shopping offline, you cannot try on the pieces of clothes or check the material when shopping online.
Where did you go for holiday?
Last year, I went to Singapore, a Southeast Asian country.
Why did you choose that destination?
I love to travel to Asian countries, and Singapore was my best choice because of its beauty and culture.
How long did it last?
I stayed there for 2 weeks.
Who went with you?
I traveled to Singapore with my best friends.
How did you travel?
We flew there, of course. During the time there, we moved mostly by MRT and taxi.
What did you pack up?
I only brought some necessary items, such as money, clothes, medicine, a map, and a digital camera.
What did you do during the holiday?
We visited famous tourist attractions like Marina Bay Sands, Merlion Park, Art Science Museum, Singapore Flyers. We also enjoyed local cuisine there.
What's the difference between holidays today and 20 years ago?
Well, it has changed a lot. People now can afford holidays outside their countries, while 20 years ago, traveling abroad seemed hard.
At what time do people in your country usually go on holiday?
It depends on what job people have. When they have a break from work, they will find somewhere to travel.